Yo, what's up, y'all? We out here trying to get 3 degrees buffer in these streets. You know how we roll, you know how we do. Want to give you a little update on my paper. And I'm gonna title this video 2 papers, 10 days. 10 days, 2 papers. It's about to go down. And let's just hope 10 days is enough time, because I've been pushing the limit when it comes to the deadlines, the due dates already. So, you know, just hoping for the best out here. But on my theology of mission paper, this thing is absolutely crazy. I didn't realize how long a 7,000 word paper would be, especially after I was giving my dad grief about his sermon being like 22,000 words and him cutting it down to getting it to around 7,000. To me, that was like, wow, so much. And yet the minimum requirement for my paper, this theology of mission paper, is 7,000 words. I am at about 6,800 words right now. I'm this close to getting it done. 26 pages worth of this topic on the covenants and how they're illuminated through the New Testament narrative of Peter and Cornelius. But it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. The doctoral level of study and work is obviously, but it's like you'd have to go through it to understand. Like, this is on another level. And I guess, you know, you've probably, there are some other crazy classes out there that are probably doing way too much. And you might have had to do a 30-page paper or something yourself for something in high school, who knows? But this is something like, man, just trying to make sure that I have all the sites right, the references, all the sources are in there, making sure that everything is tied back into the main theme over longer and longer of a duration. That's where it gets hard. It's easier if you have to start on one page and by the end of the page you summarize and you stay on the same page, right? But to stay on the same page of thought, the same train of thought over longer papers and more pages, it's like it drains you. That's why I didn't work on the paper today. To be honest, I was at 26 pages. I worked a little bit last night. I said today I'm not doing anything, and thankfully I have tomorrow off from work. So tomorrow is when I hope to put the finishing touches on the first draft of this paper and at least turn that in and get some feedback on it. And the reason that needs to happen, absolutely needs to happen, is because I have another paper that's due in 10 days, the history of mission paper. Now, this one, it's interesting because we're supposed to use something called primary sources. And I don't want to do something generic, I guess, with my topic that I'm exploring for history of mission. Basically, the premise is we have to choose an area of the world or a topic or something and develop the history or kind of recount the history of mission relative to that topic or that location. Obviously, the first thing that popped in my mind was Palau and Micronesia, because y'all know my heart's out there, my people are out there. And so that's what I want to do. But when it comes to tracing primary sources, firsthand accounts of what it was like to develop the mission there, it's interesting because, at least from what I've seen so far, there's not much. I got really lucky because there's a guy who's retired, a pastor, Pastor Jono, and out in Guam. And he kind of, by memory, he's one of the older members out there in the community. And from memory, he's able to recount a lot of the things and the dates and the people and the names and all of this. But even still, like, I don't know that he was out there when these things first started. So it makes me a little bit more curious about, well, how does this work? Am I going to have to go interview people that I know were there around the time that Palau became more prominent and around the time that these missions and things started landing there? I don't know. I have no idea. And I have 10 days to figure it out. Well, I don't have 10 days to figure it out. I had months to figure it out. But between working on this other paper and not doing what I was supposed to do at the time that I should have done it, yeah, that's on me. But it's interesting nonetheless. So, you know, it'll be fun to see how these next 10 days go, because I would really like to be done with this and just be done, especially because, like I said, the third degree has returned. And my application is in once again, which I don't really know why I had to resubmit it, because I literally submitted it just a few months ago and was accepted into the program. But I guess because I withdrew, I have to reapply. Sure. But it's in the system again, and already I've missed the first week of classes. So if I do get accepted, that means I'm going to be starting from behind, which means even more work that I have to do, more reading that I have to do. So it's going to be a challenge, to say the least, but even more so if I don't get these papers done and out of the way. I have to get them done. 10 days, 2 papers, got to get it done. And then it's on to the next thing. But yeah, that's just a little brief update I want to leave y'all with. This is not a short video tonight. Tomorrow I get back on it, and hopefully, let's pray. This is what we're looking for here. For tomorrow's video to be a conclusion video that this paper is done, it's been submitted, and I'm waiting for feedback. All right, you heard it here. Sunday, January 14th, 10:44 p.m. All right, you heard it here. 24 hours from now, putting it on the clock. That's the goal, to have this thing done, to have the first draft done and ready to go. So pray for me. Pray for me. But yeah, I'm gonna leave y'all with that, and it's gonna be fun. But this is what we do. We research, we put it in, and we race against the clock to get it done and do what we can from there. So I'll catch you on the next one. Like, subscribe, and share. You know how we roll. You know how we do. And I'll catch you. Peace.